You know, look at Click's video respond. Oh, that's what you're talking about. The Click video. Okay, let me. I'd rather watch this. Whoa.
The most awesome force in the universe.
Listen, me personally, would have preferred the other Click, but you guys want to watch this. It's the response to Iilluminaughtii. It's one of the person from her said Milk. Milk. M-E-L-K, by the way. Said Milk. Milk? How do you say milk? Milk. I don't care. He does look a little bit like Adam Sandler. So, yeah, you know, we can do it. We can do it. We can do this one. Let's see what we got here. So let's see.
Do the classic like YouTube addressal thing, like, and then I turn on the camera. No, okay, let's skip that. Well, good evening, Lotties, Lazzos, and Lazzos. Welcome to the Click.
All right, now I know why she left the Click, because these, okay, or the sad boys, milk, whatever. Okay.
You smell amazing today. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Excuse the mess. I'm in the process of upgrading my PC for streaming. I very much need to upgrade. I realize some of the PCs I have in it are like 8 years old. So yeah, time flies, doesn't it? So I wasn't really planning on recording anything for a couple of days, but a situation came up that I couldn't really ignore, and I think it's time I talked about it.
Yeah, me too.
So this video is going to be a bit more scripted than usual, hence while I'm reading here, yes, I can read, to stay on topic and be as concise as possible. My intention is that this is the last address of this situation. I've gone back and forth about how I wanted to make this video, and I think it's been a long time coming. I don't feel great about bringing drama to my main channel, as I know that's not what people are here for. For a little
sir, I'm actually here for the tea. Sis, what are you talking about?
bit of context, I made a thread a few days ago outlining in rough detail why I left the old Sad Milk collaboration channel, partially to clarify that I wasn't associating with Iilluminaughtii anymore in more recent events and my reasoning for that. She kept getting into trouble and people kept asking me about it and kind of roping me into it. This blew up way more than what
When she was getting in trouble, was it like justified, or were people just bullying her? Listen, I don't really know too much about Illuminaughtii, and I frankly do not care enough to get into it. Every Illuminaughtii video I've looked at or reacted to has been a painful watch. It's just kind of preachy and annoying. So I could see if people were criticizing her because she's a stinky poo, but I don't really know the specifics of it. So
I intended, and also made some other people come forward with their own stories, both in private and in public. The old Sad Milk members, old editors, ex-staff, you name it. And this whole thing blew up way more than I ever...
What does she look like in real life, though? I don't know how to spell How do you spell Illuminaughtii? What does she look like in real life? Well, I'm just asking this question because my real question here is that is she able to move her current thing, right? She does Illuminaughtii. Is she able to shift her current ideal, whatever she's doing, to OnlyFans? Because I feel like that might be the direction she's going to need to go soon, after getting dumpstered
Elaine,
so hard. So I'm just wondering what she looks like. See if I would never buy it.
Intended it to, commentary channels picking it up, making stories, viral videos. It was interesting to see, for sure. A response video was made by her, which, among other things, dove into some pretty gnarly accusations about myself and presented a very dark picture about my morals, my Discord, and how I run things in my community. I wrote out a few different scripts for this video.
Is this what she looks like, or do you think she's like fat or something? That wouldn't deter me personally. Just curious. No, I'm not going to rule 30 for it, bro. Stop.
But after some reflection, I realized I don't want to drag this out. I'm not a drama channel, and I don't work with hit pieces. My main grievance with Illuminaughtii wasn't necessarily the behavior that made me leave. It's in the past, and she lost many friends over it. I think I can let that speak for itself. My main grievance was her insistence to create new rumors and slander about myself, one topic, and others after we left, and how she wouldn't leave us alone. This was super hard to address in any capacity, as she rarely made the accusations directly, always talking through someone else's mouth or hyping up some young, impressionable fan or associate to the point they would try to expose me, or simply vague posting on Twitter with very suggestive...
Smart gaslight. She's got this down. She got it down pat, baby.
Timings. I will reference all of this later on in the video. Very easy for me and my colleagues to tell where all this was coming from, but really hard to actually prove to an outside audience. Therefore, almost impossible to defend yourself against.
Okay.
The talking points she tried so hard to sneakily spread for the longest time are actually the exact same talking points she brought up in her video. And I was also sent evidence of this by an ex-staff of hers that reached out to me during all this. So even though
hey, listen, some people, will you give them an opportunity and they'll just continuously try to rewrite history. It's such an interesting thing because there's people, there's a person that I've had issues with before who, you know, people ask me to watch a video of that person's and like I watch a little bit of it. I'm like, okay, I'm just done with this whole entire thing in general. But it seems like, you know, they'll throw these little things in there that are little rewrites of history, whether it's their motivation or they're this or they're that or what's going on here or that. It's just a little rewrite. It's a little like, oh, actually, this is what happened. It's just this little, it's a little dig, you know, it's a little something. And it seems like Iilluminaughtii might be doing that.
Not my intention. My thread that ultimately led to her video pretty much baited out the fact that she was the one behind these claims and ideas all along. I also have full receipts for everything later on in the video. So I'm going to address her most grievous allegations factually and concisely, with full receipts, context, and any additional information that might be needed. Finally, after 2.5 years, I get to set the record straight.
Ooh,
Number one, the Discord situation.
gay.
Content warning, mention no predatory behavior and adult topics. The situation brought up mentions a pedo joining my Discord. It is said that neither I nor my team took action against this predatory person and actively...
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That was a dude where apparently he was like 19 talking to a 12-year-old or something. And I guess this guy didn't do enough quickly enough or something. That was the claim by Iilluminaughtii. I almost called her Long Island Iced Tea. I don't know why.
chose to do nothing to resolve the situation, basically just letting them run amok. Click did not address it or wasn't fast enough, etc. Here are the DMs of said creep, full username, etc. that she has already showed in her video. Now, the first detail that was conveniently left out of the accusations is that I was asleep. In my time zone, this occurred around 2 a.m. and within the span of me sleeping, this random creep in question had already gotten banned. I took the liberty to dig through the old ban log.
Oh, is that what it was? Well, she made it seem like it was like a week and he didn't do anything, so she had to take action herself. This dude was just asleep, apparently. That's true, bro. What? What the fuck? Why would she even bring that up if it's easy to prove, too? That just makes you look so stupid.
On my server, and here it is. He was banned at 2:14 a.m. my time zone. She brought one topic into a chat room, as she shown in her video and her accusations. However, her statement...
This is wild. All right, I gotta see something. All right, so this happened on 9/15/2020. Okay. And it looks like he wasn't let known until 9/15/2020. That's what it's saying right here. As I look at this, it says, he says, "What's going on?" So it sounds like she messaged him or something. And then so he says, "What's going on?" And then this is the response at 9/15/2020 at here. Like 7 hours later, but he probably just woke up, whatever. Okay. And it's her telling him about what happened. And then they talk about it. And that was it. Bro, I thought the way she made it seem like it was like a week. It was just like, he didn't do anything for a week. This dude was sleeping. Okay. Incredible stuff.
These DMs about click knowing is very odd, as I would have been very unconscious when the ban was happening. She might be referring to me knowing by the time I woke up, but the fact remains I wasn't there, nor did I endorse this random creep. Hey, I don't mean to bother you, but can we talk soon when you're free? I'm in a bit of a conundrum and I don't know what to do. Yeah, what's going down? Can I call? GF is getting ready for work. How sensitive is the topic? Very. It involves the P word. What is going on? In click server and click knowing. 19-year-old and 12-year-old combo public server, blah, 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 did nothing, and this was on the heels of click's admin sending naughty stuff. And one topic says, hang on, I'll walk over to my mic. Okay, ready? Thank you, always. But as stated, a ban was already issued before I even woke up, about 14 hours before Blair brought this up with OT, if her timestamps are correct. So this was actually not a ban I was even personally involved with. It's also important to note that this is, sadly, the norm. Our server alone has 44,000 members and almost 3,000 bans. It is a well-known fact that Discord has real problems when it comes to exploitative individuals and communities using their platform. We as creators do our best to clean this up, as well as the platform teams. Neither I nor my team condone this sort of exploitative behavior and do our best to address it when it comes to our attention. This isn't a Click's Discord issue, it's a Discord issue. By the time I woke up, the
Yeah,
staff
sure.
spaces were in chaos. I assume she had asked her crossover staff to leave my server after the two teams clashed, fighting, tossing around odd allegations, and blame. Keep in mind, the creep that joined the VC was already banned for many hours. And this is what I saw when I woke up in the morning. Tons of messages in staff chats, arguments, white names from people leaving. I tried to get an explanation to what had happened, and it took me a good few hours.
Why were people leaving? Because they got rid of a sussy baka. I know that word.
Talk to people, try to de-escalate, and evaluate who had done wrong, and so on. The situation recap wasn't exactly presented to me on a silver platter. In the allegations against me, it is claimed that I didn't react or respond to the situation. Number 1, being asleep at 2 a.m. detail was completely left out. 2, the fact that he was actually banned before this whole thing was left out. And 3, a receipt of Iilluminaughtii reaching out to me to get me to respond wasn't shown in her video or allegations. And the reason for this is that it doesn't exist. The person who reached out to resolve this was actually myself. And here are the DMs where I did so. Probably worth going to you too, as this thing seems to be blowing up. What have you seen of the recent events on the server? If you got time, I think a quick VC would be good, because this is going on the Warpath, it seems. Warpath referring to the teams arguing and fighting, not actually the ban itself. As I said, that had been issued 16 hours before this conversation took place. One sec, I'm on a call with OT. Can I bring him in too? Sure, no problem. Here is a zip file, which is all the images that she showed in her video of the DMs with the creep, etc., etc. By the way, gonna talk to my admin.
She made a video about it already? Is that what he's saying, or am I just mishearing that? Did this bitch make a video about like this person's Discord server instantaneously after there was like a problem before he even had an opportunity to do anything about it? What? Dude, that's if I'm reading that right, I think I'm hearing that right. I could be hearing that wrong. That's psychotic. That's just really psychotic behavior. No? Like, that's fucking bizarre. That's really weird.
In 15, that's when this person is back and can VC. Okay,
like, that's terminally online. To do shit like that, to like see what something that's going on and be like, oh, I need to make content out of this. Like, that's wild. That's so fucking weird.
Writing in the group DM right now. I will let you guys know when all actions have been carried out. I am proud of you. It sounds from this chat, starting from the time I was caught up on the night's events to the time after our voice call, that it worked out quite well. Of course, important to know that this conversation was also an outreach to resolve the Discord teams issue, not about the ban itself. To further clarify, the ban had been issued 16 hours before this conversation and before I ever woke up. And yes, it was later brought to my attention that there were a couple of mods who failed to act initially. This was evaluated by me and the team to take proper action.
Okay.
It's important to keep in mind that these people aren't trained law enforcement, but community volunteers. Myself and the admin team I work closely with.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, they could have just been like, oh, I don't know if like that sounds silly, but they might have been like, oh, I don't know if it's an overstep to ban them myself. I want to get in touch with the guy, see what he wants to do because it's his server. I get that. I mean, obviously, you know, I think you probably could have just banned him. It would have been okay. But I could see I could understand where they might be coming from, where like they don't want to overstep in the server, because some people do get too comfortable in like other people's Discord servers, and it's like, oh, it's that they think it's basically theirs. So I get it. That's probably what happened for them to take a little while, or they love 12-year-olds. I mean, that's also possible. I don't really fucking know. But I'm going to assume the more reasonable position that yeah.
Do our best to resolve any situations that occur in the Discord. Also important to know that this screenshot from the group call that she brought up is simply OT not wanting some random creep statements in his work drive. It's not that he was so torn up about my disgusting Discord as is insinuated in the video for some reason. If OT was really so disgusted with me and how I run things, isn't it odd that we've been close friends for the 2.5 years after this happened? It's a very odd thing to try to twist in her video. Of course, she would retell the story quite differently to anyone who would listen. Here's a screenshot where she's sharing that same group call and saying, this is that call where I rail-click for not doing anything for months. Note,
bro, what is wrong with this woman? Holy fuck. This woman's a psychopath. Bro, this is fucking insane. Dude, this is like the most terminally online shit. This is like a classic woman moment, am I right? This is fucking psychotic behavior. To sit here, see a situation where, like, obviously there's an inappropriate person in the Discord, then sensationalize the fuck out of it, and then brag about how amazing of a person you are. Brag about how you were like, guys, pedophile bad. And then, like, expecting applause. Like, what the fuck? And then you're trying to make it seem like this guy's sympathetic to fucking 19-year-olds that want to do 12-year-olds. That's just weird. It's like terminally online behavior. It's sensationalized behavior. People do this shit way too much. Well, they'll take a situation, they sensationalize it for some kind of views. And it sounds like, if I didn't mishear it, she wanted to make content out of it, which was a big motivating factor. Oh, fuck. To make content out of it. That's what it sounds like. No? Like, she made a fucking video about this topic? Like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. It's not like this big scandal. So she had to make it into one for a video. Like, that seems to be what happened. Oh, I gotta make a video out of this fucking topic. So I gotta sensationalize it and then put it up there, and then morally, like, fucking lampoon a friend of mine, supposedly, right? Oh, I didn't think that was gonna happen. Fuck.
that this date is in October, a couple of weeks after we had left Sad Milk. The statement about us leaving was made in November, but we had actually left a month prior. So the twisting of these events have been going on for quite a while. As for the staff member sharing inappropriate artwork in Discord, this happened about 5 weeks prior, so I'm not sure why it's being tied into all this, but I can say from experience with running Discord servers that it happens every few months that a staff member misbehaves and is removed from the team.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably some like young idiot that thought something like was funny and edgy. That's what it comes off to me as. Like, oh my god, it's so edgy, I'm gonna put a fucking, I don't know, R34 Among Us in the Discord. Oh shit, you know? That's what it sounds like to me.
Oftentimes, it leads to a couple of staff members getting removed, as troublemakers tend to enhance each other. This specific individual was removed from the team by me. The individual had been slowly spiraling, starting off with passive-aggressive behavior towards other staff and minor misdemeanors.
Oh
when
shit.
they failed to improve their behavior after
right.
a feedback session, and also got worse when they started sharing not safe for work artwork in staff chats, they were removed. I think it's an important specification that it was lewd artwork and not real-life nudes. I actually talked to Iilluminaughtii one-on-one about this very thing. As you can see from this chat, this was already resolved a while back by that time. In the same conversation, we also talk about the out-of-context other screenshots she shared in her own video. It's odd, if she wanted to paint a full picture of these events, she didn't include my own words on the matter, but just insinnuations. Words she had access to this whole time. We did set up a rules.
Actually, it's not really weird. It sounds completely in line with the way that she operates, so...
Set after the event occurred that the mod chat should live up to the same standards as the rest of the server rules, to avoid people getting carried away with their friends in mods chats. Furthermore, the individuals who partook were directly talked to and accepted that what they had shared wasn't server appropriate. I do also believe we demodded one of the instigators, who was a bit of a troublemaker, but it's a long time ago, I don't recall the names. Again, this is a situation I personally addressed once it was brought to my attention. It sadly happens sometimes that people in your community do or say things that you yourself don't endorse or stand for. I think every creator can relate to that fact. I think it's about how you build your community in general, what values you endorse, and how you act when situations happen, because situations will happen. And to be clear, the chats were cleaned out because I wanted to ensure the chats were as safe as possible. In retrospect, I do believe the situation escalated to the point it did, so she could replace my staff and have more control over my Discord and community. But it's hard to tell if it's intentional or a byproduct of just constant conflict escalation and nitpicking. And if you still don't believe me, you can check out my Discord yourself. It's linked in every description of my channel, and my staff and I do our best to make it as wholesome and supportive as possible. We have chill chat rooms, meme channels, a Minecraft community server, art contests, edits and fan art sharing, stream clips channels, you name it. It's just a good vibe. So I'm surprised it's being painted in such a dark way when it's right there. You can actually just go look. nice little Discord plug. Hashtag sponsored by my Discord. Heck yeah.
Hey guys, also if you want to join my Discord, it's $2 a month, bitch. You just have to have a YouTube membership and link it to your Discord. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it, guys.
Number 2, click using abhorrent language. Content warning, mention of slurs.
Oh yeah, use like the R slur. It's obviously not good. You guys know I talk about like advocating against it. It's not a good word. It's a slur. But I mean, you know, obviously, I think the context isn't like he's using it constantly, like now, especially in his videos. You know what I mean? He's just fucking, I guess, used it in the past and stopped. Like, well, obviously, people can obviously grow, just like I'd grow if. I'm not gonna make the joke. I'm not gonna make the joke. It was gonna be a joke about something. OnlyFans. Anyway.
I will be brief here because there isn't really much substance. She claims I was tossing around slurs when gaming with friends. The only evidence.
I mean, at that point, who cares? What time? If you're only allowed to say the R slur when you're if you're playing games with friends, it's okay. You're allowed to do it. Don't worry, guys. I'm just kidding. But I'm not surprised, bro. I used to say wild shit on the internet when I was playing with friends and stuff. It's a little. I would say. I mean, it's not good. You shouldn't do that. But that's a little bit different than like publicly saying it. And making like, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't use slurs, hot take. But if you're, you know, there's a difference between doing it there with like video games with friends versus like saying it publicly and shit. So.
In a group chat where she's talking to Adiwazi, Uwu, among a few others. So it isn't an actual receipt of anything I did or said. It's not even a conversation I'm in, but just a few anonymous names venting in a group chat. However, to try to make sense of this, I actually asked Oz about this screenshot directly, and he had this to say. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the R-slur thing was about. I not only don't have any memories of it, but would only have to assume based on my past actions that I either A, over-embellished to further feel accepted of the tone of one instance, never of course realizing the damage it would cause. I'm sorry about this if that is the case. B, Blair and I had discussions in relation to this and had created a behind-the-scenes narrative of what to say. This was also very common when we lived under the same roof. C, there was also watching how Blair would twist and omit truths to people. While I don't have any direct proof of this, I will say that watching Blair just say the right amount of truth to people to get their praise praise and adoration may have swayed me to do the same. Edit, there's also a chance that you said this like way back in 2019. I think the language I used in the group chat was more to put distance between us, not great on my part. It would have to be one of those, or a mix, honestly, because I don't remember you saying it. Not saying it didn't happen, of course, but I don't have any memories of it. I'm sorry for the pain that comment cost, man. Apologies will never, of course, repair the actions that I've made, and when all this went down. I'm sure there is more shitty things I've done or said that honestly for the life of me can't remember. As for Blair claiming you use abhorrent language such as the N-word, the only evidence she ever gave us was, by her word, claiming that when the two of you were playing Dark Souls 3, you referred to enemies or shadows or ash as N-lets, or something along the lines of
Endlets? Oh, like, okay. Jesus Christ.
That in December of 2019. This was not brought up until after Sandmilk split. And to be clear, I don't hold a grudge about this against Oz in the least. I can't say for sure, but to me it looks like Oz was just being pushed to prove his loyalty in a way. I wish you all the best, man, and I hope you get to rebuild your channel or whatever you want to do with your life. Before we move on, I'm just going to point out some funny hypocrisy. She said she would never be friends with someone that used that language, yet she regularly played games with me as a friend during this time.
Damn.
Where I allegedly kept on saying these things.
Which means that she used it if she was playing games with them. Damn, I didn't. Illuminaughtii? Illuminaughtii? What? Wait, I don't want to sell this. Get the fuck out of here, you dumb bitch.
Which one is it? I don't think you can have both. And to add an extra layer of transparency on my own behalf, I didn't actually know the R word could be considered derogatory up until maybe 2020. So it's possible I said it before that point, but I don't recall specifics. When people came to me around this time and told me they had a word used against them simply for being neurodivergent, I was surprised, as that had not been the case around me when I grew up. But I personally stopped using it in my content or for posts I read out, and also did my best to remove jokes containing the word in older content. Simply because I didn't want my community to get the wrong idea about the values I held. I personally don't find the world too outrageous and still hear it on a regular basis on YouTube or in the online world. But I did opt—
Yeah, I do. I mean, like, listen, I understand where we are socially, but it is like a slur. It's a bad word. And the only reason people are very comfortable using it is because people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, specifically ones that are higher support needed, that are usually targeted by the word, don't really get much representation on the internet. That's really what it comes down to. It's just like people are like, no, it doesn't mean like, I'm not making fun of disabled people or whatever. I'm just saying it to basically mean stupid. And it's like basically what you're telling me is that you have claimed a slur. That would be like if I was like, no, the N-word doesn't mean that. It just means you are I don't know, ugly or something, whatever. It's just a reclamation of the word because so okay, that's pretty much it.
Out of using it in my content after this was being brought up to me by my fans. 3. She regrets our friendship and regrets helping me fix my wrongful channel termination due to the events mentioned. Content warning. It sucks to have your channel deleted. I don't know, man. This is a punch under the belt, isn't it? Why was this in the video? To be clear, my channel was restored by the help of my—
Well, because she's saying you're so bad that she wishes she wasn't part of it. And now it's actually almost, it's a very interesting thing that she's doing there, right? When she's like, I regret getting his channel restored. Because what she's saying is, I regret it because by her logic, he's a really bad guy. But I was just a young, naive individual that wanted to do the right thing for somebody that I thought was a good person, somebody I thought was a friend. So I helped them out. But if I just didn't do that, if despite my noble giving heart, I hadn't helped this individual, this horrible, disgusting person, we wouldn't be in the situation we are today. People being plagued by this horrible, dangerous, terrible content. That's what she's saying. That's like pretty much the atmosphere around what she's trying to say. She's a stinky goober, is what she is.
My network, which is a service I pay for. She might have tagged YouTube on Twitter or chatted with support, and I appreciate my friends who had my back throughout all this. I even thanked them in my return video, her included. Here it is. But the fact remains, she wasn't the one who said all this. I even thanked them in my return video, her included. Here it is.
Oz Media, Illuminaughtii, blah, blah, blah. Okay, some other people. Thank you for standing by me. Oh, that's nice, I guess.
But the fact remains, she wasn't the one who saved my channel. If you want to get into specifics, Oz and Salty are the ones who networked me with this network initially.
I did it.
But the rest was done by myself and the network. We fought for 3 weeks over Christmas to get my channel back. Very odd high horse to try to climb on top of and claiming I should have lost my entire livelihood because of the events stated earlier in this video. Jeesh, man. On a happy note, here's a little celebration chat I had with my network rep after we got the—
Why did he get pulled down? Because he said a slur or something? What did he do that made him get put down in the first place?
Channel back. Wee! Emojis! Whoa! Number 4, the Illuminaughtii smear campaigns. Content warning,
Well, I'll say he's growing on me a little bit. All right. Going on me a little bit.
Vulgar language mentions of
What
predatory
up?
behavior. These following screenshots are
was
reflective
that?
of Illuminati smear campaigns. Content warning, vulgar language mentions of predatory behavior. These following screenshots are reflective of behavior I think we have all seen, that the community can and has attested to. Vague tweets happened, whether you were a former friend or a current one, so it was clear to anyone who had experienced this before. But it's the specific timing I would like to bring attention to. Here is Sadmilk posting on the 1st of November, 3:28 a.m. that Salty Click and OT will not be continuing the new journey with Sadmilk and we're leaving the channel.
Okay.
And here's a tweet from Iilluminaughtii saying, casual reminder, pedophilia is never a gray area. It is wrong. If someone you know won't take action, then they are complicit to the problem, and so
What the fuck is happening?
on and so forth. And here are some of the
Wait, where did this? I'm so confused. Where did this come from? What the? I got floored by that. Sorry, let me read this. Salty, OT, and Click will not be continue on this new journey. Unfortunately, we had some creative differences behind the scenes, and they wanted to focus moving on their streaming careers. We wish them the best of luck in the futures, and can't wait to see what they do.
We're leaving the channel. And here's a
And then Illuminaughtii decided, I don't know why pedophilia is part of this. Casual runner, pedophilia is never gray area. It's wrong. If somebody we know doesn't take action, then they are complicit. Okay, maps aren't part of the community. Wanting to be involved romantically with children is not okay. Stop making excuses to sexualize children. What the fuck? Yeah, I agree. Hot take. I agree. Oh shit, guys, pedophilia bad. Why the fuck is she saying this? I'm not understanding the context.
tweet from Iilluminaughtii saying, casual
the
reminder,
fuck?
pedophilia is never a gray area. It is wrong. If someone you know won't take action, then they are complicit to the problem, and so on and so
Sure.
forth. And here are some of the threads. In isolation, there is nothing wrong with this statement. It's one that I obviously support. However, the timing certainly struck us and the community as odd. Immediately after announcing our departure from Sadmilk, within 3 hours, this statement was made by Iilluminaughtii and retweeted by Sadmilk. This, as anyone would know, started
Why?
many rumors. Worth mentioning, she also pushed Wonder to release a hit piece video on
Was that like the point of it, to try to get rumors started by saying some dumbass shit like that? Like to just kind of like insinuate that like, oh, somebody left sad milk. Oh, by the way, pedophilia is bad. Oh, I wonder why you'd be saying that, Interesting.
myself and OT
Oh,
back
dude,
in
I'm
2021.
fucking
When Wonder
frozen.
left, she retracted her support by removing her comment under the video. Wonder has since then retracted the video and apologizes for the false insinuation it contained, and I hold no grudge against him. I wish him the best in telling his own story and living his best life. He's a sweet guy who got caught up with the wrong people.
Okay.
She deleted the Sadmilk community tab after my Twitter thread, where I referenced her manipulation of comment sections and vague posting in order to spread rumors or manipulate the public
that's
image of us
vague
on the collab
posting.
channel.
Okay.
So here's the deleted community tab, and the older screenshots I have from the community tab look like this. Better without Click, and you can see the multiple comments that ratio this. I mean, obviously the channel had a lot of my audience as crossover. And a couple hours later, oh my god, all the ratioing comments are just magically gone, so it looks like more people are hating on me than they actually are. Oh my god, how could that have happened? Oh, I guess we'll never know. I am worried I sense big drama, especially on Twitter. I didn't see the N-word in old videos, just saying. Oh damn. It's a little bit of sass, isn't it? And to clarify, back when I was a teen, I said some stupid things I'm not particularly proud of. Things I no longer support. The statement she vaguely refers to was me quoting and referencing a movie clip I liked 12 years ago. And at the time, I didn't really understand the concept of who can quote a bad word in reference to American culture. I am sorry about those statements, and I apologize to anyone who feels affected. I do not stand by it. I never intended any harm. I was trying and failing quite miserably to be funny. And to be honest, it actually feels good to talk about it because she's held this over my head for 2 years. As people have started reaching out to me and
It's weird that like some people are so offended by it, like not offended by it, but like are so like up in arms about. Like, do you think? Serious question. Do you think black people give a shit about any of this? Like, obviously, don't say the N word, but do you think that they're like, oh my god, this guy quoted a movie and it had the N word in it, and he was a kid and didn't realize that you probably shouldn't do that. Oh my god, this is the most devastating thing to me. It's weird. It's just weird. I feel like we gotta do its bad thing, but to hold it over someone's head, but then also to be like worried about it for that long. I mean, it's kind of crazy to me. But I guess I get it because online everything's so toxic. So I get his perspective. It's just fucking nuts. Probably bigger things to worry about. What movie was it? It was I think it was a movie about them going to Paris. I think that's the movie they're referring to. So it's cool stuff.
and other ex-members from Sadmilk, I now for the first time have gotten a proper look into the other side of this, and my suspicions of her being behind these rumors and smear campaigns is now confirmed. All these screenshots take place after we have left Sadmilk. We left in early October, and she posted about us leaving in early November. Here she is, hyping up people who simply got banned from, in this case, One Topic's Discord. They spent hours of their lives to help some YouTuber they love and look up to. The very least any content creator can do or should do is give the teams the respect they deserve. Mods have been the backbone of every YouTube community, and so on and so forth. Ah, this OT and click poo has me heated. These stupid fricks. Oof. How could you not care about the people who care about your community the most? How? I would like to point out the hypocrisy here, that in regards to my own Discord, she has...
I don't give a fuck about my community. bitch. I'm just kidding.
Has been constantly suggesting me not being harsh enough. But when a staff member
watch
actually is
hour.
kicked for breaking rules, she does this. All right, here she is twisting the facts about the VC she had with OT around the time.
Oh, is that what she's saying? That somebody got kicked for like bad behavior, and she's like, but she's trying to make it seem like he doesn't care about like loyal fans, which completely goes, against what she was doing before, which was complaining that he didn't kick somebody fast enough. But that guy was a fan, guys. I get it. Okay.
The pedo was banned around 2 a.m. Note that the dates mean that she has been spinning this twisted narrative of what actually happened for a very long time, about 2.5 years. Here she is, still harping on the same Discord situations yet again, venting about it in some group DM. This is all
Yo, does she not have like better things to do with her fucking life, bro? Like, I don't understand. Like, when I get off the stream, and I know that she's not a streamer, but I feel like the concept is somewhat similar. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I'm done. I'm not popping anymore. I'm chilling. I'm jerking off, or I'm doing the dishes, or I'm doing I have to go shopping after this. Gotta go food shopping, taking a shower, hanging out with my wife. Like, I'm just like, why are you people so terminally online? Like, the internet is like, this job is supposed to be like a thing that like you do to enhance your life. Like, all jobs are supposed to be, right? Like, you use that money to live. That's usually an enhancement of your life, right? Why do people like, you're just gonna stay on the internet, bro? That's fucking bizarre, dude. What are you doing?
After I had
I'm gonna go play Fortnite.
Venting and nitpicking my wording in a DM. At this point, the argument isn't even if the situation was resolved or not. And to clarify, yes, I do think there is a distinct difference between personally targeting a minor with nudes or extorting them for nudes versus posting some random lewd artwork from Twitter in an inappropriate chat room.
Yeah,
both
true.
are bad, but they are not in the same ballpark.
True.
Me clarifying that is a very odd thing to nitpick and vent about. Here's the same chat room again, twisting a joke from a collab video from myself and OT. Trigger warning, pedo stuff. We were watching an old video from OT and Click last night, and part of the discussion, they were...
So she's saying that it's pedophilia to ban or demod a person. This is what P did, apparently. That sent inappropriate pictures, like, of, like, basically, like, comparable to Among Us Rule 34 porn. In fact, maybe it actually was. She's saying that's pedophilia. That's not. Like, by saying, like, by mislabeling and mischaracterizing things that are actually like pedophilia or not pedophilia, by mischaracterizing things, you're actually hurting the conversation about what a pedophile is. It's a very bad thing. Damn, just whoa, what the fuck? Got big fucking titties, dude. Jesus. All right. Wow. How about this guy? He's got muscles. He's kind of hot. What the fuck? He's like a child. Get the hell away from me, bitch. Anyway. Sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, you're having a negative impact on the social conversation. And this is just this is basically, you're buzzwording pedophilia, yeah. Grooming, pedophilia. Like, people are obsessed with this shit now. Like, to the point where, like, they just call everything pedophilia and grooming and, like, minors and blah, 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 and, like, everything like that. All right, the only minors I'm worried about are the minors in the Snow White Seven Dwarfs thing ride at Disney, I think. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. Yeah.
We're discussing OT memes, and they made a driver of the free candy van joke. Holy poo! What the frick? Ah, really? A white van joke is your banger evidence? I mean, as if the Discord stuff wasn't already misinterpreted and overhyped enough. What is this? Are you serious? Here's the same chat room again, in what I'm assuming is suggesting that my god, I'm so down with the kids.
All the younglings think I'm cool. Yeah, it's like a Star Wars reference. Like, cringe.
Boomer joke from Twitter has pedo implications. Oh, the younglings think I'm so cool.
If anything, that's the implication there would be that he likes to kill children. Because that's what happens in the movie. Anakin kills the younglings. Sad stuff. At least he didn't kill the Yinglings. Am I right, guys? Because that's a good beer brand.
Oh my god, if straws were growing on straws, this would be the straws that were being grasped at, man. What the hell? Here she is, leaking and nitpicking a message from me to my staff, proving that she did indeed have insiders in my mod team after she and I had parted ways and the crossover staff had officially left. She says, yikes, and here is me saying that, oh yeah, you notice the staff has left again. Basically, what happened is that OT and I left Sad Milk. It was becoming an increasingly tense environment with the group, and at the end of the day, we had no real option but to take a step back. With that change, not surprising that staff from Sad Milk was asked to leave, and I hold no grudge over it. The positive side to this is we will have more freedom within our own ranks to form this place as we want it to be without too much influence from outside parties. Paired with that, I will now have more time on my hands and I can help with day-to-day tasks. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in staff chats or DMs. I apologize for this rocky road, and I hope it will be easier in the near future. I will also book yes.
I personally enjoy Rocky Road. It's one of my favorites. Pistachio is a classic. I don't think that you could really go wrong with a pistachio. Let's be fucking real here, you know. But banana splits. I had one of those recently. Not bad. Shared it with my wife. Incredible stuff.
Another meeting, Lamau in the near future. Love y'all. He just lied to his staff about what really happened. What? I just said that people left. They did though. They weren't asked to leave. Oh wait, I read that wrong. But he's pinning it on me. Why are you spying on my Discord, man?
Why does she have a guilty conscience, bro? That was like a professional. We're not like interacting with each other. That's usually what you'll do in public. You just won't get into like personal details because it's fucking weird and cringe. It's not that deep. What the fuck?
And she's just spying on private conversation I'm having with my 7 mods, nitpicking specific wording. Yeah, I said she told her staff to leave because her staff left in the middle of the night without explanation. Nobody told me anything else. What exactly should I have assumed? All I had was this when I specified to the staff that they were still friends. I want to let you know that one topic and I leaving Sad Milk. There's no bad blood, but the project's moving in a direction I simply cannot follow. I know this might cause some conflicting interest with the staff that are both here and in Sad Milk, and if you want to talk about it, I'm always open. In my book, you're welcome, independent of what projects are happening. And they're saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna stay here, I'm your friend, blah blah blah. But when I took the screenshots, the names were already white. They left in the middle of the night. And the only context I had to this was a random piece of a no mic VC chat that read like this. What the? Of course, I'm just confused. Understandable. Has everyone left Click already? Okay, I'm gone. Team Blair all the way. F those dudes. Of course not. The Click is going to be interesting from now on. Good luck with that. It's going to be interesting. Any coffee for this Click was my original home, but still F him. So I don't know exactly what was said about me, but I suppose her telling her mods how horrible I was, just as was done in her video, isn't technically asking them to leave, I guess. It's probably worse. Going back to the rumor machine, here's the same chat room again. Digging through my very oldest content looking for dirt. Let's play Minecraft with Crazy Part 2. Minecraft Alpha 1.2.6. Ah, the R word is here. Minecraft Alpha 1.2.6. Jesus Christ, I was a high schooler in 2010 playing Minecraft for my 12 followers.
Damn, bro. Jesus Christ. She's a real virtue signaling piece of shit. I mean, Jesus Christ. What is wrong with this woman? She's got actual fucking mental problems. I wonder. I don't want to make it a bunch of an excuse for her. What's going through her head? Was she rotted by 2020 TikTok? And she thinks that everything is like this. We need to end the world every time somebody every time somebody does something inappropriate. It's fucking bananas.
Oh. And here's the chant that keeps going. Ever since she made some announcements, some fans are putting it together. While I am mostly the big bad bish, some are figuring it out. Listen, I have Click on a video saying the F slur and R slur. He will put himself up with his own ego like I won't have to do anything of that. He's gonna muddy his own hands and unravel it himself. Oh yeah, it's in his old videos. They are still live on his channel.
Okay.
Hobbies are a good way to spend your time.
That's
what
true.
the hell? And this is her just...
I wonder how she got access to that stuff. Do you think that she went... back and found it? She watched it herself. She went back and she's like, I have to find this. This is my #1 fucking thing right now. I have to go find this. I that's just bizarre to me. Why are you so obsessed? And if you think it's so bad, then just stop interacting with the person. Listen, here's the thing, right? If you don't like a content creator, you could just stop interacting with them. I understand that sometimes calling people out for stuff is necessary, but sometimes you just don't really associate with them anymore. You don't have to make this big fucking performance piece. You could just kind of take a step back and just that's it. Not everything has to be this fucking, what I'm interpreting, to be honest with you, as some fucking virtue signal from this woman. She just needs people to know that she's I'm a good person. I'm a good fucking person, bitch. Right? Look at that. I'm a good person. I'm about to free this guy. Oh, give him the hammer. Give him the old goober snoocher. That's what I like to call it.
Just hyping people up to more hateful towards me because of my old bad jokes when I was a teenager. So much for this just happening to come out when I left Sad Milk. This, to me, looks like a very planned smear campaign, and she had a very big hand in it. Here is her talking again. I'm a level with y'all here, reading through the things and seeing this person in the chat excusing Click saying the R slur because it was 10 years ago, and it's irrelevant as super yikes to me. Again, I'm the same age as Click, and that word wasn't even in my vocabulary. Not 10 years ago, not now, because it wasn't...
Let me tell you something. I was fucking 23 10 years ago, and it was in my vocabulary. I'm not proud of it. But you know what I mean? I come from a pretty edgy background. It took me, I've fucking said some wild shit. Well, maybe not 23. Maybe when I was 20 more. But I've said some wild ass shit. Not proud of it, dude. That's just kind of life. You know what I mean? You get older and you grow and you realize that bad words are bad words. You know, but I used to say some wild shit with my fucking straight white cisgendered male friends, and Joel just said I regret it, but like, what do you want me to do, bro? It is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and cancel somebody over it. Like, most people were saying those fucking crazy words because they're the most intense things you can come up with. You know, I can't tell you how many times that somebody used to wish my mother died of cancer. You know what I mean? In a video game, that was how you play video games. Now they monitor that, which is a good thing. It's a good thing that they monitor that. God bless them. But that was unfortunately the online tone back then. Was fucking wild, bro. Dude, stop trying to fucking hurt me, dude. This is fucked up. Okay, it's a video game. It's not real. It's not real.
Never appropriate. And here is the same chat keeping going, digging through even more of it. It's like, oh, here's another video where there was a bad word.
Ooh,
it turns out
word.
even the random allegations against mine and OT's podcast we had to address last summer originated from this group, with the same people involved hyping up the person making the allegations both publicly and privately, at least according to people that have come forward to me. So based on what I have seen, she, along with some staff and others, would sit in this...
How do I find the motivation for this high school? Well, I dropped out, so I don't. It's interesting because like I used to be an accelerated like honor student, and I was on ADHD medication, and then I kind of just got off it cold turkey because it was having some weird side effects. It made me not really feel like a person. And so like I never finished. You know, I stopped going basically in like the 10th grade, and fortunate for me, I could have finished. I still could have finished on time because I was like so ahead that I had like whatever bullshit like high school credits, whatever they call them. But I didn't. But you should. It's a good idea to finish it. You're in the home stretch, and it's good for you. If I could go back, I would have finished it, and then I probably would have went to college for like computer science. Although I don't know if that was really like a big degree back when I was young. So yeah, man. Do your thing. You don't want to end up like me, some guy that gets paid probably too much to play video games and watch other people's content. You know, it's not a good. You don't want to be like me. No, but all jokes aside, like you're better off going to like fucking school. Nothing good in life is easy.
Chat and just hype up each other's hatred for us, grasping at straws. And if this wasn't enough, here's a former staff member of hers getting paid to sift through raw audio recordings of me looking for dirt, more specifically the R word. I needed to work with this person to help me find clicks saying the R slur in Sadmilk's raw audio. I can do that, just let me grab a shower and I'll be down. She claims he said it in a Sadmilk video but can't remember which one, and she's over her head. I'll pay you $200 to find it, and here's the payment. I mean, there's just an example. I'm sure there's more, which I don't have a problem with the word R, but she does for some reason, even though she uses...
What's the fucking problem? I don't understand. What is her fucking obsession, dude? She's got like a problem, dude. Does she think that she wanted to fuck this guy and he wouldn't fuck her? That's what I think happened. That's what she's doing. It's emotional blackmail.
Private? Oh my god. Is this like serious drama? At this point, it's like, am I supposed to take this seriously, man? And to be honest, I don't care if she uses the R word behind closed doors, but also to be this up in arms about it when others do it, that's just like rampant hypocrisy, man. Come on. She actually paid people.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think like the bigger issue is like using it like publicly more than anything else. Like you shouldn't be using it in private, but you know, there's a difference between you using it in private with your friends or whatever dumb words you're using versus doing it publicly. That's, you know, especially on like, you know, on some kind of platform nowadays. I mean, shit happens, like this, whatever, you know, but then it's a whole different, it's like, it's basically like a fuck you to people that might be watching. You know, it's like a sign of disrespect to use slurs in public. Hot fucking take. Holy shit. You know, but yeah, sure.
To dig up dirt and run smear campaigns on ex-colleagues, specifically snooping through my oldest content, years of decade-old content, and compiling it. I was like in high school and still learning English, playing Minecraft Alpha. Are you... Oh my god. Some rounding off thoughts. If she genuinely was so concerned about me being harmful, why did she never do anything? If she genuinely believed children were being harmed in my Discord, or I was a rampant racist, a homophobe, ableist, why was the best thing she could do
more
start
like
rumors, vent in Discord, and vague post on Twitter? Why would she do this? When I left, I wrote out a pleasant exit message detailing I still considered everyone friends. In our last DM together, I wished her the best. Why? Why would she go through all this trouble, even spend money, just to try to ruin myself and others?
Typical
Why would
woman.
she do all of this to someone who considered her a friend? Well, hello there. It's Click from the future here. I was just finishing editing this video where I got a few more things from ex-staff of hers and other people that have burned that bridge. The first couple screenshots is from one of her ex-admins showing that they did indeed reach out to me about the issues in the Discord, and here is me confirming that I did indeed address it. Here is that same person talking to Blair about the information in the Discord, claiming that I did indeed take action when their information reached me. So that's all well and good. There is a second story basically confirming my innocence and that I'm not a horrific Discord owner. But what has me a bit surprised is
he's not as based.
Screenshots. Here is Iilluminaughtii having a conversation with the same admin, sharing the same kind of, dirt digging old videos.
How long did this go on for? Where she was so obsessed with this? It's still 2020. But that's 2 months later. It's just so weird.
Iilluminaughtii having a conversation with the same admin, sharing the same kind of
it's about to get nuts.
Digging
what do you mean?
That we've seen previously.
What do you mean, dude?
And she says, 16 seconds, the alt account is gonna love this. In the next screenshot, you can see her writing out a draft. I saw the Sandmilk announcement of all the milkmen. Now I'm seeing the comments. We all agree it's obviously not on good terms. Blair tweeting about being stabbed in the back, etc., etc. This draft matches with one of the posts made by an alt account called Doobie Schmertz on Reddit, and this is the entirety of the post. This is the truth about Sandmilk. It really looks like creative differences is dumb AF. Blair tweeting about being stabbed in the back, one topic, leaving his supporter server, and then so on and so forth. And I was a big fan of the Click. I thought his streams were great, blah, 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 but then I think Blair saw some of his streams. He did a stream where he watched his old videos. So this is actually Blair on an alt account, making the claims that Blair must have seen some of his old videos randomly. She totally wasn't paying people to dig up dirt. This is her on an alt account.
Bro, for real, man. Let's just go offline. Go out to eat. Go have some fun. Go get a hobby, dude. What the fuck? She's making alt accounts to talk shit about people now? That's obsessive. Do people do that normally? Is that a normal behavior for content creators to make fake accounts or whatever and then just go talk shit about people? That's so terminally online. What the fuck?
Spreading misinformation and trying to enhance her own image. Here, interacting with the Animal Crossing subreddit, at least according to us. Here it keeps going. Hey, listen, Blair, I'm putting this all together. What kind of cover-up is this? Click was saying these bad things, creative differences. Click is a liar. And not to reclaim someone topic as friends with someone while pretending to be wholesome and good. This is all Blair replying to her own announcement under an alt account. And it keeps going. Click said the N-word and replies and claiming I'm not going to reply and I'm horrible. Here is a long post. I'm not gonna. You can pause it if you want to read the whole thing. I don't want to. Here is the same account, Doobie Schmertz, on Twitter. This was an account I remember distinctly from 2020, 2021 that was relentlessly harassing myself, my friends, my colleagues, my streaming colleagues, past colleagues, ex-Sandmilk members, community members, staff, you name it. You name it. At the time, I wrote it off as a disgruntled troll with a little bit too much time on their hands and tried my best to ignore it.
Damn, it sounds like it really impacted him too. That's what it sounds like to me. That this really bothered him, but he's like, it's just a troll. It's not a big deal. I gotta get over it. Jesus, that really fucked him up. That's weird to me though. They're commenting on his YouTube videos too. I would just fucking block the person from the channel. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Somebody's just gonna be obnoxious. People disagree with me all the time in my chat. I don't really care, or in my thing, I don't care. My comments. But when people are just obnoxious little bitches, I just fucking hide them. I don't care. I have no value in that. They're just losers. You're not going to be productive in your criticism, then what's the point? Ugly,
This was Blair all along.
She said she was an autistic person offended by her use of the R slur. Wait a minute. Wait, is that what she did? That's fucking wild, bro. I might actually want to read that then, if that's what she was saying. Let me just get out of this area. Damn, this is fucking cringe. Let me get out of here. All right, let me see. I can probably chill over here. Okay. Let's see. Damn, this is fucking huge. This is huge. The truth about Sandmilk. Important edit below. I saw the Sandmilk announcement. I follow all the milkmen on their social medias. I am seeing the comments on their new announcement, and I think there's a big piece of the puzzle that we are missing. We don't know what happened. I made an account on Reddit to see if this is so bad. I'm just I'm blind as shit. Hate my life. Getting old. Can't fucking see it. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Figured. Okay. Made an account on Reddit to see if this subreddit is active, and I see you're talking about this too. I think this is a very good place to vent and rant about what I think I have figured out because no one else is talking about it. So I'm like really wondering if I'm just freaking out over nothing. Like it really looks like creative differences is dumb as fuck. Blair tweeting about being stabbed in the back, one topic leaving his supporters server, and then watching so many of his mods disappear, and Wonderstruck talking about how he hates friends fighting and even Dicky or Clicky, I'm sorry, not streaming as much and deleting some of his streams and clips. I think something happened, guys. I think I figured out what really happened. I was a big fan of Click. I thought his streams were a great way to interact with people like me, even if I couldn't donate as much. Oh my god, milkman, shut the fuck up, shut up, pussy. I think Blair saw some of his streams. He did a stream where he watched some of his old videos, and there is a video he watches where he said the R slur at the beginning. Oh no. He realized what he said, but did not apologize to us for it. As an autist, she doesn't even say she's autistic. She calls herself an autist. I don't think that autistic people call themselves autists. I actually know a good amount of people with like higher support needed autism and whatnot, because my wife, I don't know if you guys knew this, she works with them, behavioral specialist. Never heard an autistic person call them someone's an autist. As an autist, like, what are you talking about? That's like a fucking person from Boston trying to tell you that they're an artist. I'm an artist. As an artist, I make a lot of paintings. Okay. Damn. She called herself an autist. That's worse than saying you're autistic. I like that. It's like worse. That'd be like if I put blackface. I'm like, yeah, I'm one of the blacks. You know me. Yeah, you know me. I'm from Asia. I'm an Oriental. Like, it's just fucking somehow. It's just in and of itself. She's being bigoted by the way that she just talks about it. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Okay. As an autist, I was mad that he would call bro, fuck, I can't stop. Okay, that he would call a Minecraft zombie that word. Oh, not the Minecraft zombie. Holy shit. He did not apologize, I guess, to the zombie. I don't know for it. He just laughed about it. The stream is gone, but I found the video and it's still on his channel. Wow. How old is this video? I'm not typing all that in. Finding it on his channel hurts me because it shows me he is not sorry for his actions. Blair is a big supporter of the community and ASAN. What is that? I love her videos about exposing Autism Speaks. I think Blair found out about this and fought with him about it. I think that is why he erased the stream. Or it's maybe he streamed it on Twitch and it erased itself. I don't know. She also deleted her video on her channel that has him on it. I also found another video on Click's channel where he says the F slur and makes fun of gay people. Well, you know, gay people do deserve it. I'm just kidding. You shouldn't say the F slur, guys. Based hot take. I think all of Sad Milk knows about these videos. I think he chose not to delete it and it caused a fight. I mean, not for nothing, but like, let's say I made a video like 10 years ago and I said something or let's say I made a video tomorrow and like it's fine for today, but 10 years from now it's like, yeah, it's a little edgy and I didn't delete it. Like, I'm not like going back and like, what, remember that old video where I called somebody a smorgasbord or something, because that's going to be a slur in 10 years. I don't know. There's weird intentionality, but if you think about it, this is the logical mind path of an autist. This is how they think. She's just trying to get into the flow. This is how autists think, guys. I gotta get into the brain. I'm like, I don't really understand. This is just ridiculous. Never deleting this and apologizing. I think this leads into a second problem I saw, which was with one topic supporter Discord. I am a Patreon member, and when this drama started between his brewing, he left his own server, and we pay to have him there and talk to us, and he left us for weeks. A lot of his mods left too. I think they found out what happened and realized if they stay with friends with Click, even when he says these things, that one topic doesn't actually care about his community or the LGBT. Okay. or the LGBTQIA plus. Dude, smorgasbord is just a lot of food. Shut up. Holy fuck, you guys are already yelling at me. One Topic server has always been very inclusive. I think his mods found out and saw that One Topic was choosing to stay friends with somebody who's okay with making fun of... Dude, she keeps saying autists. That's not... Dude, what the fuck? This is not... I just feel like that's like a board... That's like... Again, it's like calling somebody like I don't know. The fucking... It's just kind of... That in and of itself, the way she's talking about it, I mean, let alone that she's pretending to be autistic. But this is ableist. Calling people with autism autists. What is wrong with you? And the LGBT whatever community and left. I know I'm going to be leaving and stop supporting him on Patreon. Bro. One Topic says he's an ally of the community, but then still supports a friend and still has a podcast with him when he says these really derogatory and mean things. I think One Topic is a liar and a sham. Sham, wow. And has been pandering to our community, guys. I guess they're LGBTQ as well. If he stays friends with somebody, okay, pandering to our community if he stays friends with somebody like this. He's using us for money. I'm embarrassed that I was a fan of his. I think his mods figured this out and left, and then One Topic left the server to wait until things blew over. It sounds like what cowards do. Okay. I also know that Salty edits for Click and One Topic's podcast in the description of their videos. And I think they are paying Salty. So I think Salty needs the money. So he left Sad Milk with them. I think there could be a way for the other milkmen, Milk, to help him if he needed it. But it looks like the podcast paid better. So he followed the money, even if Click says some nasty things.
Milk.
Okay. Milk. Whatever. Who cares? I'm sorry if this is really ranty, but I tried to show the videos for proof. I just don't think they are friends. I think something bad happened. If this happened to my friends, I would feel very betrayed. So I don't know if this is real. But I know those videos are, and I can't support a YouTuber that is willing to, that are okay with saying that. Watching it on Twitch and still leaving it on their channel even after knowing it was there. Oh, it was on Twitch. That deletes itself because she's trying to assign some weird aspect of it, where he he took down the VOD, the stream. So obviously he knows something is wrong, but it's like, no, but the stream, it's a Twitch. It only stays up for so long. I can't support YouTubers that are okay with saying that. Watching on Twitch and still leaving it on their channel even after knowing it was there. And I can't support YouTubers that are okay with their friends saying those kinds of things, even if they are being paid. The money shouldn't make you quiet. Does this make sense, or am I overthinking this? I think that you are a silly goose. Okay, I'm glad I watched that. Let's continue.
Long post. I'm not gonna. You can pause it if you want to read the whole thing. I don't want to.
I
Here
did
is
want
the
to
same
read
account,
it.
Duty Schmerz on Twitter. This was an account I remember
Duty
distinctly
farts.
from 2020, 2021 that was relentlessly harassing myself, my friends, my colleagues, my streaming colleagues, past colleagues, ex-Sad Milk members, community members, staff, you name it. You name it. At the time, I wrote it off as a disgruntled troll with a little bit too much time on their hands and tried my best to ignore it. This was Blair all along.
Damn, Blair.
She was making alt accounts to spread her stuff because she probably knows deep down inside that the stuff she was digging up on me and all the stuff she was doing was so petty that she could never actually make a public statement of it. So she did this just to get back at an ex-colleague. She did this. She paid people to dig up dirt, make alt accounts, harass me for months.
Smack her balls.
Why? And it keeps going. Here it is on Twitter, tagging me, tagging herself. It's tagging Deaf Noodles. Here it's tagging Midnight.
We got a fucking Deaf Noodles cameo. Holy fuck.
And Palma, Damien. It's tagging a bunch of people from the community and Salty. It's tagging Amanda the Jedi.
Wow.
We had her on the guest on the podcast.
Not her.
After Amanda the Jedi.
Now you've gone too
Here's
far.
Vamps getting the same posts. Here.
Bro, you remember there was this game that they made, and in the game what you do is you it's like a flash game, and you're playing as a Jedi, and the enemy is a Jedi, but she happens to it's a girl and a furry girl. And what happens is every time you block something that she attacks you with, you get like a point, and then once you get enough points, she starts, it gets hotter and hotter in there, and she of course has to adjust herself accordingly. Have you guys ever played that game before? It was a Flash game. I never played it before. I don't even know what you're talking about, but it was interesting.
You're arguing with a bunch of fans. Here's one topic with this wholesome the Halloween special. Oh, doobie schmerz.
Bro, I the fact that they're a furry isn't like relevant to me. It just happened to be a furry. I didn't make the game. Okay.
Right there. Well, isn't that just wholesome and sweet? Here's Anne Mine with a cute artwork about myself, OT and Salty, and yep.
I can't find what I'm looking for here.
Illuminaughti's right there with her alt account.
Damn.
Posting this
Posting cringe in general chat?
Together, collecting all the worst things she deemed from stuff I said when I was barely of legal age. And it keeps going. Here it keeps tagging on topic. Here's tagging Blair again. It goes on.
I'm a neurodivergent minor.
This isn't some small YouTuber beef. This isn't people being angry at each other because, ooh, someone did a bit more work in a project or not.
What the fuck is this? It's a firewall. Huh.
I need a break, man. I need a break.
All right, relax.
I'll add this part to the video, and I'll let the rest of the video play out as it was originally.
No, this is okay. I'm with this guy in this video, but this part is just cringe. Like I'm so. Oh my god, it's not that. It's like I get it. She's fucking crazy, but you're milking it a little too much. Okay. I don't hold his account against Oz. He was more stuck than I was. Okay, whatever. Am I supposed to read this or wait? I'm supposed to like look at this and like, oh, it's please fucking stop what you are doing. Okay, I cannot fucking handle this. Okay, let's let it die. I'm not able to record because of the stress. Okay, I'm pulling back. Work with him. Oh, okay. I guess Oz was part of it and got wet feet or whatever it's called. Boop, boop, do. You remember
Chapter 5, some other comments. Content warning, self-harm, and depression.
Whoa, I'm sad.
More topics, how she wasn't paid, even though her own screenshot shows me resolving the payment after I had issues with the credit card, along with offering to help out further. And also some out-of-context schedules, which I have no idea when the screenshot is taken or of exactly what. I have no real interest in addressing it, to be honest. It's just he said, she said stuff, and I think I've shown enough in this video to clear my name and show that she has consistently presented half-truths and twisting events to their worst possible interpretation.
Epic woman
My intention
moment.
is that this is my last address of this situation. But I would like to quickly comment on other parts of the video. What she did to Wonder is the most gross expose I have ever seen. Not only does he openly share his potential suicide note, he also shares images and talking points suggesting this man is at the end of his rope. Kicking downwards is an understatement.
I mean, usually when you do that, you are hanging at the end of the rope, right? So it kind of makes sense, you know?
Some people are commenting how she bought a nice car and leased to him and gave him a job. And I would like to point out that this in of itself is quite charitable. However, it comes with the cost of full control of his life. She is not just his friend, but his landlord, car leaser, and boss. Any conversation or disagreement would be very far from a peer-to-peer interaction. And if she really wanted to help
I mean, maybe. Like, they're just on this face, just so you know, like, her getting him all this stuff could be a control tactic. It also could just be her being nice. Just because she's a fucking psychotic idiot doesn't mean that she's always a bad person, right? So maybe she did this to be nice. It doesn't necessarily mean that she intentionally put him in a situation where she had full control over him. You know, maybe she was just like kind of being like a nice bro. What the fuck? The quest failed? How are you? Oh, never mind. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. That was inappropriate. Anyway, you get my point. But like, if you have something to prove that, sure. You know, and of course, he might be more likely to do things for her or like say no, or less likely to say no. And again, for this, I feel like you got to prove like intentionality of her trying to get him beholden, whatever.
Friend who needed a car, why not just buy a used one and write over ownership of it? It's
That's
cheaper,
true,
less
actually.
dependent, and the wear doesn't matter. The whole thing seems very fishy to me, but I will let Wonder speak for himself. She also dodged Oz's entire statement, which, yeah, I'll let him tell his side of the things too. My only personal wish is that she just stops. Stop obsessing over people in Discord. Stop trying to spin a narrative or dig up dirt just because someone left your collaboration channel. We just want to be left alone. Finally, I would like to thank thank my community for being respectful and patient, both towards myself and others throughout this whole ordeal. And I'm looking forward to getting back to business as usual and posting my silly videos and streaming video games. And as a small side note, just to address potential comments that might come up, yes, this video is monetized to ensure it's not throttled by YouTube because I actually want people to see it. Now, I am gonna go get drunk.
What? What the fuck is that?
And streaming video games. And as a small side note, just to address potential comments that might come up, yes, this video is monetized to ensure it's not throttled by YouTube because I actually want people to see it.
That's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, first of all, you don't have to justify making money off of a video. Who cares? Okay, just because you're making the video and it's monetized doesn't mean that it's a grift. I find it to be one of the most insufferably stupid things when people are like, guys, I turned off the monetization on the video. I turned it off because I'm a good person. Like, it's just annoying. Dude, what's up with these big boobies? Damn. Anyway, second of all, like, I think his argument is that if he doesn't have ads on it, it won't go through the algorithm because YouTube won't favor it. But YouTube can still put ads on videos that aren't monetized. You do know that, right? You just wouldn't get the money. So I just find that to be a silly goosery, but okay.
Now, I am going to go get drunk, and I'm going to touch grass. Take care, and have a great rest of your day. Mwah.
Okay, cool video. Wow. Iilluminaughtii? Not as she seems. Ooh. Bro, what do you think that silly goose is doing, though?